So here's the thing. This is a video that almost didn't get made. I was so disappointed on many levels. It's about metal detecting in two different locations. They were both schoolhouse sites. The first one I was really pumped up about. It was actually one where my grandfather went to school as a child, and it had been torn down. Unfortunately, it had been also metal detected before, so I only found one good thing. Now, if you remember in my previous video on a ranch house site, I had a terrible video. I mean, my camera lens was all messed up. So I brought this nice Nikon camera, which I don't like to use outside that much, for in the dirt, you know, and bumping around while metal detecting. But I took this one along, and I found one good thing, but the video looks great. Well, I ordered another action camera, and I can't afford a GoPro, but I got something I thought would work, and it was just horrible for the next site. So like you look at the horizon and it's curved, dramatically curved, and the background is moving in contrast with the foreground, and it almost makes you seasick to watch it. But I kept a lot of the close-up stuff of what I found, and even the dates in the corner, but the audio was horrendous. You can't even hear anything I'm saying, and anytime you bump the case of the camera or whatever, it just makes a really loud sound. So I did a voiceover, and hopefully it makes a somewhat decent video. Enjoy! Now, will there be anything else? No? Now I just dug a spoon, a tablespoon, which is mildly interesting at best. It looks like it was once silver plated, which is a little more interesting. But if you look at the bottom, on the top there it says Officer's Mess, and I can't read what it says under it without a magnifying glass. Maybe you can see that. Need to get into a different mode here. But anyway, I think it says Leavenworth. May say Fort Leavenworth. Yeah, it does. Officer's Mess, Fort Leavenworth. Interesting. Very interesting. Yeah, I've got some buddies here checking me out. They just showed up. Okay, so I got a signal jumping around the 80s to the low 90s. And I don't expect great things, but I thought I'd show you live, so to speak. Right in there. Now there's a parking lot right here, so there's lots of gravel. Okay, well I paused you so I could work on it a little bit, and dug this out without even knowing it. Looks like a big old piece of melted copper, I guess. I'm not sure what it was, or brass, but okay.
And now over to our next location. Okay, well here I'm getting a start. I think I hit upon a signal, but look at the skyline. It looks like the circumference of the world is like 100 feet. Could fall or roll right off that thing. But anyway, I got a signal up in the 80s. Thought it was worth digging, and it sounded really good. Gotta dig it with my foot, apparently. Still up there in the mid-70s. Oh, gotta recheck it. Yep, still there. You call that digging? Get with it, man. Get with it. Yep, still dinging. I'm assuming. There you go. Now you're digging. Yeah, try it from the other way. That'll help. And there she is. It ends up being a piece of flat bar, just regular steel. And I show up close here, it's full of dirt, but there's a hole in it where a bolt went through. Oh, I'm gonna check the ground first. Because there was never any grunt. Sometimes you still get you'll get a little grunt too. But that one never did it in the ground. But there's a hole there I'm pointing out, drilled through, and that's why it was dinging so nice. Yep, that's an interesting flat bar there. Yep. Okay. On to the next thing. Now check out how the hedgerow and the horizon move. And the horizon's going up and down, and the hedgerow's going side to side. Anyone with a weak stomach, it's just not going to be good news if you're watching this. But I'm explaining about the hedgerows. After the Dust Bowl era, on all the dust storms during the 30s, farmers planted these hedgerows along property lines of the fields to help control wind erosion. And that's the old well casing from the hand pump from behind the school, I imagine. There's a hinge to a desk seat. There's old buckets in there and lots of glass. Pointing out a stick, probably a cool stick. No, I'm sure it was a piece of glass. That's all Osage orange, those trees. Kind that drop the big hedge apples. Look like bumpy green softballs. And it would have been a lot easier to see glass and metal if all the leaves from the corn weren't blown up in there. But nothing you can do about that. I see something. Brown bottle. Bottom of a brown bottle. Reaching past the stickers of something else. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Yep, those are thorns. Yeah, and that's the bottom of a little juice glass. It's exciting. Piece of coal, just in time for Christmas. How about we go back and look for more things in the field? Okay, there's one of my favorite pieces I found here. A little bell to call the students into the class. She rang it so hard it flew apart. I found a dirt clod. That's cool. Something dinging. Not in that half. Not in that half. Not in that half. There. Now I can clearly see it, but I still check the other half. I'm just that thorough. And it is a wheat penny. There you can see Abe on the front. Yay! And this is half of a pocket knife. All the blades are rusted away long ago. And this is got a 75. It's right there. Yeah. It's another wheat penny. It's better than nothing, right? No, you won't find the date. Here's one of my favorite finds of the whole dig. It is a tiny little blacksmith's cross-peen hammer. I've heard those called plow hammers before. They're very small. I'm on the scent of bigger game. Gotta tear it out with my bare hands, apparently. Oh, now I'm gonna use the pinpointer. Oh, now I'm gonna use the shovel. Oh, take a manly bite there. There you go. Atta boy. One more ought to do it, fella. Two more. Oh, I got it. I got it out. This is your time to shine, man. Ooh. What is it? Okay, well I can see it's a token and it's got a bust of a man on one side. But that's all I can make out at this point. And I am much intrigued. Who's that guy? Now look at that horizon going up and down. Boing, boing. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. Cool clouds, though.
Sit down, you flatbush flathead.
Oh, shut up. I don't have to.